Hey everyone, Doug8798 here. Haven't been on this channel in a long time, in almost 2 years. I haven't been on this channel, of course. For most people already know I've been on the Super Vader 400 channel and multiple other channels since then. But since this channel right here is still my most popular channel, for those of you who already don't know, this channel right here will serve as trailers and intros to larger videos on my larger and multiple videos on my Dog8798 channel related to one topic. And as you can see by the picture here and the title, this is this is my various rants on the Sony produced Spider-Man franchises. That is the Amazing Spider-Man movies part 1 and 2, which I've done two rants on since then, and of course the Venom movie, and in the Sony Spider-Man franchise rant I briefly talk about the best one, which was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I hated that movie too. That was the best of the Sony franchise. As everyone knows or should know by now, I absolutely detest the Sony Spider-Man franchise, and the Amazing Spider-Man films. The Amazing Spider-Man films, they get worser and worser with each year. Every time a new film comes out, they get worser and worser, and I consider these two films right here to be two of the worst. Actually, the I consider two of the worst movies of all time, and the two worst comic book movies of all time. Only one movie when it comes to crappiness, terrible shittiness and crappiness, there's only one movie that tops this movie, which I'm going to talk about in another rant series. But this is about Spider-Man. Then you have which Venom was an Venom. I actually like Venom, but Venom, this was actually surprisingly even worse than the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. I actually like Venom, but I agree with every critic and every fan who says something bad, who hated and said something bad about this film. This film was one of the worst films ever. I only like the film because it's a Venom film, and Venom is one of my all-time favorite characters in the Spider-Man mythos. But make no mistake about it, this is the worst movie of all time. This is one of the worst comic book movies of all time. It's even worse than the Amazing Spider-Man. Then you got Into the Spider-Verse, which I hated this too. This one was okay, but I thought this was another lackluster Comic book film, and I thought the Miles Morales comic books were way more exciting than this movie right here. And I'm going to be explaining several reasons why in the longer, in the two longer in the two longer videos on in the three longer videos on my Super Vader 400 channel. There is a rant on both the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, a rant on Venom, and a rant on the entire Sony franchise based upon what they tried in 2019, where they once again tried to, this part offended me, where they once again tried to do another cinematic universe without Marvel, not learning their lesson from the horrible Amazing Spider-Man films. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. As you can see as you can see, the comment section is closed, but the links to both of these videos will be in the description box below. So if you want to comment and give your give your opinions, give your negative or positive opinions, um, that that's the my Super Vader 400 channel is where you comment. And for those of you who don't know already, um, I now feature I now have musical intros, with most of the songs being video game, Sonic the Hedgehog, and wrestling and cartoon and anime theme music, because most of these don't have quote unquote copyrights. I have musical intros and outros. So with that being said, Let's get started right now.